Hey everyone, it's Phil from Red Barn Honeybees. We're gonna see if we can save a hive today. So back when we were going through our hives after pulling the honey supers, we noticed that one hive looked like they potentially could have been queenless. We saw some drone brood. We didn't see any sign of a queen. There were no eggs. We didn't think there was laying workers because we didn't see an abundance of eggs in each of the cells. We decided to take a deeper dive on it this past weekend. While we went through, we did confirm that there was no queen. So we aren't sure if that's what happened when we put on our mite treatment or if they just naturally lost her for whatever reason. They had tried to raise a couple of queen cells. There weren't any eggs in there, or at least viable eggs. So we're back here. We got a mated queen from someone local here in Minnesota, and we're gonna give it a shot and see if we can't save these girls. So let's go see if we can get them through this winter. All right, so this is the hive in question. Let's get in there and take a look and see what we can see. We did put a mite treatment in. We put some Apivar. And then we also put in some feed, some pollen patties, and also some sugar syrup because it's September 1st here in Minnesota. It's getting a little late in the season to be adding a queen, but I'd rather try something and have it fail than do nothing and just let them die off. So we can see a nice healthy, there's a decent population of bees in here even for potentially being queenless. Let's see how they're doing on this pollen patty. They're actively up foraging on it, so as you can see, they're certainly eating away at it. So that's good to see. They're taking what we're giving them. So we're going to do a little test here. We're going to see what they think of our queen when we just put her on top here. See if they start smelling that. I mean, you can see them running over, and they certainly seem excited, and obviously it'll take a few minutes for them to kind of figure out what's going on, but this is definitely what we want to be seeing here. They are nice and calm right now. It's a little bit overcast here in Minnesota. It's not too bad. See if we can't get a frame out without squishing anyone. That's not what you want to do. Lots of frames that are, or cells that are open, and they are packing away the pollen here. And then this next frame I'll show you is what we were seeing that kind of gave it away that the queen had failed or had died, as we were starting to see. And this is one of our new queens that we just ordered this year, so it's a little bit disappointing, but it is what it is, and you know, nothing against the people that we bought the queens from. The other ones have been great. So here's what we were talking about. Failed queen, extremely spotty pattern, no worker brood, only drone brood. Beekeeping sometimes is just a giant game of Where's Waldo. Some more peanuts on this next one. And when we say peanut, we're talking about those cells right there. Those are queen cells that they're trying to raise. And typically when they're in the middle of the frame like that, it typically means that it's a supersedure cell or an emergency cell. Something's wrong with their current queen. They're trying to take care of it. I'm going to go back over these middle couple frames, and I'm going to go look up in the middle of the top box. Just need to make sure I'm doing my due diligence for this queen. Now this certainly looks promising. They're all over her. There's no aggressive behavior that I'm seeing anywhere. I'm gonna go through this top box now and see if I can see anything. I don't want to put it back on top because I don't want to risk if the queen is up here, her getting back into that bottom box. It's just more of the same, just drone. But I'm not seeing any eggs down in any cells, so. Makes me think there's not a queen. I found her. So we found a failed queen. She's right here. For whatever reason, she is not laying correctly anyway. So unfortunately we're gonna have to send her to queen heaven. So unfortunately we did just have to kill one of the queens. This is not a decision that we take lightly, but the fact of the matter is that it's too late in the season probably for them to raise their own queen. Time is against them right now. With October being right around the corner, they'll be shutting down, the brood nest will be shrinking, and right now they need large, healthy bees that are going to be the bees that take them through winter. So we had to make this decision to kill that queen, unfortunately. It's something that we never enjoy doing. We would prefer that our queens laid multiple years and were as healthy as they possibly can. That one just might not have been mated as well, and that can be due to weather conditions earlier in the spring. All workers come from fertilized eggs. So when a queen runs out of fertilized eggs, she will start laying drones, and as she starts laying drones, they don't do anything for the hive except breed with queens. So as that population goes up, they have more freeloaders in there, their resources go down, and eventually the hive will just sputter and die. So in order to make sure that this hive tries to survive till spring next year, we had to make that decision to get rid of her. So right now I closed the hive back up. I'm going to let it sit for a little bit and let itself realize that it's queenless, and then we'll introduce the new queen, and hopefully she'll be accepted, and we can come back in about a week and see eggs and see developing larvae, and that this hive will flourish and that they'll go into winter strong. We'll keep feeding them, and that they come through winter and they'll be one of our crowd favorites for next year. I'm certainly pulling for them. I would love to see them survive. This queen we bought locally. It cost us $25 to bring her in, and this may just be a failed experiment, but as far as I'm concerned, money's no object when trying to make sure that they survive winter, or that the colonies survive. So we will take whatever steps are necessary to make sure that we have healthy bees. Healthy bees is always at the forefront of our minds, not making honey or anything like that. That's a byproduct of us raising the strongest, healthiest bees possible. So we'll show you here when we introduce the queen again. She's still looking like she's being accepted by the workers that are currently on her little roller cage. And like I said, we hope to bring you back in 7 days and have a successful story to tell you. So. Alright, so this is a roller cage style. There's a candy plug. Candy plug right there. We're going to put that side up. So our queen is right down in there. Candy side up so that she can get released. And we'll see if she's out in a couple days. I'll bring you on back and we'll go take a look, and hopefully we see some eggs.